Picture a billionaire in your mind right now. What are they wearing? 10 years ago, you might have imagined massive golden watches, diamond-encrusted chains, and jackets covered in interlocking luxury logos from Paris or Milan. You imagined a walking billboard, but if you look at the actual ultra-wealthy today, the tech founders, the legacy heirs, the private equity titans, they look remarkably boring. Mark Zuckerberg famously wears a plain grey t-shirt every single day. The characters in hit shows like Succession, who represent the global elite, wear unbranded baseball caps and neutral-coloured sweaters. The internet quickly branded this movement as quiet luxury or stealth wealth. The popular narrative is that these people are so rich, they no longer feel the need to show off. They are modest, they are above the flashy displays of new money. That narrative is completely, fundamentally wrong. Quiet luxury has absolutely nothing to do with modesty. It is a weaponized form of social signaling. It is a secret language designed to be completely invisible to you, while being instantly recognizable to them. Today, we are going to expose the psychology behind the blank $2,000 t-shirt. To understand why billionaires abandoned logos, you first have to understand why logos existed in the first place. Historically, true luxury didn't need a label. If you were a French aristocrat in the 18th century, your wealth was obvious. It was in the silk, the cut of the coat, the purple dye that took months to extract from sea snails. But in the late 20th century, globalization happened. Mass production made it possible to replicate the look of wealth cheaply. Luxury brands panicked. How do you prove a bag costs $5,000 when a factory halfway across the world can make one that looks exactly like it for $50? The answer was the logo. Brands began stamping their initials across every square inch of their products. The logo became a receipt of purchase. You weren't buying a leather belt, you were buying a giant golden buckle that screamed to the world, "I have disposable income." And it worked too well. The middle class started buying into it. People began saving up their paychecks to buy that one belt, that one bag, just to participate in the illusion of wealth. But here is a core rule of behavioral economics. The moment a status symbol becomes accessible to the masses, it instantly loses its status among the elite. When the billionaires looked down and saw regular people wearing the exact same logos on the subway, the logo died. It became associated with new money, people who have to prove they are rich. Old money and the ultra-wealthy needed a new way to separate themselves. They needed a wall that the middle class couldn't climb over. So, they created quiet luxury. If you strip away the logos, the flashy colours, and the gold hardware, what is left? The answer is material. Extremely rare, mathematically precise material. Let's look at that plain grey t-shirt worn by a tech billionaire. It looks exactly like a $10 shirt you can buy at a discount store. But it isn't. It's likely made by a brand like Brunello Cucinelli or Loro Piana. And it costs around $400 to $2,000. Why? Because it's not made of standard cotton. It might be spun from vicuña wool. The vicuña is a rare, wild animal native to the high alpine areas of the Andes. It can only be shorn once every 3 years, and it has to be caught in the wild to do so. The material is so fine, so incredibly soft, that it cannot be replicated by synthetic mass production. When a billionaire wears a completely unbranded beige cashmere sweater from the row that costs $6,000, they are engaging in what evolutionary biologists call in-group signaling. In-group signaling is a way of communicating exclusively with your own tribe while remaining completely undetected by outsiders. If you wear a shirt with a massive designer logo, you are engaging in out-group signaling. You are trying to impress people who are not in your social class. You want the barista, the valet, and the stranger on the street to know you have money. The ultra-wealthy do not care what the barista thinks. They only care what the billionaire sitting across from them in the private jet thinks. And that billionaire doesn't need to see a logo to know how much the sweater costs. They recognize the exact drape of the vicuña wool. They recognize the flawless, hand-stitched seam on the shoulder. They recognize the incredibly specific, muted Pantone shade of beige that cheap, fast fashion brands literally cannot afford to manufacture. Quiet luxury creates a terrifyingly effective social filter. It allows the elite to walk freely through society without making themselves a target for resentment or theft, while simultaneously proving their status to the only people whose opinions actually matter to them. This trend is not about returning to simplicity. It is about creating an economic barrier so high that no amount of fake designer goods can replicate it. You can fake a printed logo. You cannot fake the way rare Italian cashmere falls across a tailored shoulder. And the ultimate irony? The middle class is now trying to copy quiet luxury. Fast fashion brands are pumping out neutral-coloured, unbranded blazers and beige trousers, selling the old money aesthetic to teenagers on the internet. But it's a trap. You can wear all the beige polyester you want. You can remove every logo from your wardrobe. But without the $5,000 materials and the bespoke tailoring, you aren't participating in stealth wealth. You are just wearing a blank uniform. The elite will always find a new way to draw the line. When the logos got too popular, they moved to materials. When the materials get copied, they will move to something else. The game never stops. It just changes its visual architecture. Once you understand how the 1% use clothes not as fabric, but as an encrypted social language, you realise that nothing they do is accidental. Next time, we'll dive into a different kind of luxury manipulation. We will look at the doomsday architecture of the ultra-rich, and why the ultimate luxury isn't a yacht anymore. It's a self-sustaining underground bunker. Until then, stay observant.